The following program is classified as PG. It is not suitable for viewing by persons under 15 years of age without guidance from a parent or guardian.
Well, as time moves on, something interesting seems to be back. And what's that? Find out right here on Showbiz tonight. 1 year on, family and friends of star Naya Rivera remembers her after her death. Todaya, Tom Holland and Zendaya seems to be in love. Widow World, the wait is over as the action queen smashes the screen. That and much more on Showbiz tonight.
Live, on tape, from Studio 24, this is Showbiz Tonight. Here's your host, Suzanne Shanali.
Hello everyone, and thank you for taking the time to join us on Showbiz Tonight this Sunday night. Yes, you can see clearly a bit of a change in the face that brings you the latest from Hollywood. But let that not bother you much as the show remains the same. Now, lots of things are happening around the world. The pandemic seems to be slowly fading away with vaccinations taking over most parts of the world. Sri Lanka too seems to be catching up and racing against the time to get people vaccinated. By the way, did you manage to get your jab? Anyhow, there's something exciting that I want to share with you today. Since things are coming back to normal all across the world, guess what else is back? Yes, the movies. A considerable number of studios have begun releasing movies just like they used to, and one of the biggest blockbusters are to hit the silver screens and all around the screens across the world with the release of Black Widow. So this means Showbiz Tonight can finally go back to its original status. Yes, by giving you a proper countdown and telling you what are the top 10 movies in the world right now. Remember, the countdown is based on the movie ticket sales during the weekend, and the numbers you might hear in terms of sales is quite low. Well, understandably. So instead of wasting any more time, let's get things started. Our countdown begins tonight with this new movie called In the Heights, which is a musical, and it's an adaptation of the Lin-Manuel Miranda's 2005 stage musical bursts on the screen like a confetti cannon. Director John M. Chu, who directed Crazy Rich Asians, delivers a blast of sunshine, hope, and hot pants. But unpeel the song and dance romance and escapism, and there's a socially engaged issue-led drama under the sparkle and pizzazz. In the Height, with a global sale of over $27 million, which is a bit at the low end, becomes our number 10th box office movie on Showbiz Tonight.
One last night in the hood again.
We have a new entrant at number 9, a movie called Zola. Zola is an unconventional film based on the viral 148 tweet thread called #TheStory and the subsequent Rolling Stones article, both from 2015. The film following Isaiah Zola King, a waitress and part-time dancer. After meeting another character named Stephanie, she embarks on a road trip to strip dance with a friend for less than a day, along with Stephanie's boyfriend Derek and roommate X. But as #TheStory progresses, Zola realizes that nothing is right about what's going on. Zola checks in at number 9 this week on the countdown with an opening of $2 million in weekend sales.
This is messy. You are messy. Your brain is broke.
Is this what you came here for, Zola?
Do it look like I came for this?
All this money you made, I'm so proud of you.
I came to dance.
No, we're done with that.
Why you on my Twitter? Why you on my Facebook? Why you on my Tumblr?
Why are you DMing me? Sis, why are you tagging me in photos? You don't even with me.
Sis.
Let me know.
Sis.
Let me know.
Yes, sis.
On to number 8 on the countdown, and that's where we find the horror franchise, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. So far, this movie has managed to bring in $174 million in ticket sales worldwide against a production budget of Before we proceed with the rest of the show, let's get you the latest from Hollywood.
Exactly 1 year after actress Naya Rivera was first reported missing, her mother and sister are reflecting on her death in an emotional interview with Good Morning America. The Glee alum's mother, Yolanda, recounted the last time she spoke to Rivera on the day she and her son Josie were on Lake Piru, where she went missing.
I called her back and I said, Naya, where are you? She's like, oh, me and Josie were gonna go to the lake and I was gonna have them fish.
During their conversation, Yolanda said she noted to her daughter that the lake conditions were choppy, but to quote, call me when you get off the water.
Citizens of the Marvel Cinematic Universe have relied on the help of their friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but Tom Holland is opening up about seeking some help of his own from none other than his co-star and right-hand woman, Zendaya. After teasing the name of the third Spider-Man film, Marvel finally broke the news last week, revealing the actual name is Spider-Man No Way Home, which we'll get to see Tom reprise his role as Peter Parker alongside Zendaya, who stars as MJ. But in a new cover story for British GQ's April issue, Tom gushed about Zendaya and how he's adjusted to fame since becoming such a cinematic hero, especially when it comes to his relationship with his fans.
Ariana Grande and Nicki Minaj are not only longtime friends, but these two have worked together on iconic songs like Bang Bang, The Light Is Coming, and Bet.
I'm the queen of rap, young Ariana Run Pop.
And while Arianatas and the Barbs are always excited for more collaborations between these two, the collab rumors were just taken to a whole new level. An entire album. Yes, you heard that right. Not just a single or a few songs, an entire Nicki Minaj, Ariana Grande album might be in the works.
You may not believe it, but there is magic all around us. There are times it can be hard to find.
Did you bring your garbage to school?
But sometimes the magic finds us.
Look at you, Uncle Casey. So cute.
I'm so red.
How big is he gonna get?
That depends, doesn't it?
On what?
On how much you love him.
I wish we were big and strong, and the world couldn't hurt us. Clifford? Uncle Casey!
Oh no, we're gonna be late for school.
About the dog? Clifford, be a good boy and drop it. Ew. Bless you. Shouldn't we try to hide him or something?
It's New York. No one will even notice.
Pizza. Just a big. Whew. Why don't we get you on the scale here, bud? I'm just gonna write heavy.
What if you found someone who made you feel like you could do anything? Clifford, no pets! Oh no.
No, doggy!
This dog is killing me.
Oh look, they're playing! Well, you don't see that every day.
Maybe it's time to feed him.
That was a first look at Clifford, the big red dog. That's a huge dog, isn't it? It's a children's book series now transformed into a movie. The movie will hit theaters in September this year. All right, from one children's classics, we move on to another. Checking in at number 7 is another sweet movie called Peter Rabbit 2: The Runaway. If you are looking for a movie to watch with your whole family, well, This is it. Peter Rabbit takes the cue from its first movie and follows us to another adventure with Peter Rabbit, who gets into trouble, well, again, and learns a good lesson at the end. It's a feel-good movie for the whole family with a box office of $127 million worldwide. Peter Rabbit 2 becomes our number 7th box office movie on Showbiz tonight.
It's about time he had a hobby. I just hope he's as successful at his as I am at mine.
And what is that?
Passing judgment. What is going on with her hair?
Wait! You don't have to try to eat me anymore, remember? You're welcome to all of this.
Right. Still getting used to that. I just have so much energy. I think it's this new plant-based diet, and that I don't have to chase you anymore. I'm just like,
Have you tried jogging?
What's jogging?
It's running without a terrified animal in front of you.
Think that'll work?
I'm desperately hoping so.
Moving on with the countdown, and at number 6 is a Disney remake called Cruella, starring Emma Stone as Cruella de Vil. This is a sort of an origin story of the woman we saw in the 101 Dalmatians. This movie was released in the latter part of May this year and thus far has managed to bring in $127 million, becoming the number 6 box office movie on Showbiz tonight.
I could blame Buddy for what happened next.
Just need a little help just to get us on our feet.
But the truth is, I did escalate things.
Sit here lonely like a broken man. Summertime and doing the best I can. I was involved with some in me, but I don't want your sympathy. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Just need your tender loving to keep me safe in this
Let's take a short commercial break. More Showbiz tonight on the other side. Welcome back everyone to Showbiz Tonight. We've begun our countdown to the number 1 box office movies in the world right now. We've checked out 5 movies before and we move on to the top 5. At number 5 on the countdown, we meet a dynamic trio, Samuel L. Jackson, Salma Hayek, and of course, the very hilarious Ryan Reynolds, all starring in The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, a sequel to the 2017 movie. In this movie, the world's most lethal odd couple, bodyguard Michael Bryce, played by Ryan Reynolds, and hitman Darius Kincaid, played by Samuel L. Jackson, are back on another life-threatening mission. Still unlicensed and under scrutiny, Bryce is forced into action by Darius's even more volatile wife, the infamous international con artist Sonia Kincaid, played Salma Hayek. As Bryce is driven over the edge by his 2 most dangerous protectees, the trio get in over their heads in a global plot and soon find that they're all that stands between Europe and the vengeful and powerful madman played by Antonio Banderas. The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard becomes our number 5th box office movie on Showbiz tonight.
That means no killing, no guns, and no blood. Boring is always best. Understood?
Of course not.
Jesus Christ! What have you done?
Yeah, a little bit too fresh.
I specifically said no killing.
I'm not on sabbatical.
Where is your shirt?
Moving on to number 4. This too is a sequel to a much successful first movie. The husband and wife duo are back. I still cannot believe that John Krasinski got moviegoers to be silent back in 2018. His box office smash, A Quiet Place, went beyond caring about characters trying to survive in quiet. It taught uneasy audiences to follow suit, filling theaters with silent observers. The first movie ended essentially at its climax with our heroes, the Abbotts, finally tipping the scales after 400-some days of terror under their nose, slaying captors. Part 2 begins with a deliciously cruel set going back to a day one of all this when no one knew anything. I'm not going to ruin the movie for you as it has been released on the streaming services and I hope you could get the chance to catch it. With a box office of $112 million worldwide, The Quiet Place 2 becomes our number 4th box office movie on Showbiz tonight.
Baby, please. Leave me alone!
All I said is we should bail on the hike. I didn't mean us in general. I just meant the hike.
You don't want to make our relationship better?
Our relationship is fine.
What's that?
Church bells? Schmigadoon?
Welcome to our little town,
where friends are all you'll meet.
Must be something they do for tourists.
Hey, everyone!
Hey there, Pete!
Woo! Can we go now?
Already?
What?
We can't leave. It's like magic. We're in an actual musical.
Please, God.
Love, do you think this is true love?
What does that even mean? Who knows what Schmigadoon thinks is true love?
Which of you ladies wants to cross this bridge with me?
You want to try with other people?
We're the men. What a beautiful couple you two make.
Stop it. You are stunning. Compared to you, I'm a barefoot mess.
Ah! Let's go find your shoes, shall we?
We're stuck here forever.
You're just going to give up?
We're smart. We found our way out of IKEA. We'll find a way out of here.
Ladies, can I get a cackle?
Killed in a musical. Except Oklahoma. And Carousel. And South Pacific. Oh, hello, West Side Story.
That's all the musicals.
That was a look at the new release TV series called Schmigadoon, which was released on Apple TV+. It's a hilarious musical type of comedy starring Keegan-Michael Key and Cecil Strong. Alright, on to number 3. We've got an animation. Despite its animation looks like the subject matters are for everyone. Ted and Tim Templeton are back and this time they're adults. Ugh. And also babies. And it's been like 30 years since the first Boss Baby movie. But also they drink a magic formula and get turned into babies again. There's nothing inherently wrong and underlying premises of the Boss Baby franchise, but it can't be denied that it's all mildly unsettling. Creepy might be a strong word, but there's definitely a meager discomfort involving watching animated toddlers, adults everywhere. Boss Baby, the family business, which is a new entrant, goes straight to number 3 on our countdown on Showbiz tonight. Well, I don't know about this next one, but if you love it, you love it, and if you don't, you don't. Usually 3 movies of the same franchise is enough, but hey, I guess 9 sounds good too. It's F9, the Fast Saga. I guess that's definitely a niche market that's in for this sort of movies to keep them alive at the box office. In this movie, Cypher enlists the help of Jacob, Dom's younger brother, to take revenge on Dom and his team. With a worldwide box office of a whopping $500 million, F9 Saga becomes our number 2 box office movie on Showbiz tonight. Well, I'm sure you've guessed who took the crown on the countdown this week. The hype has been all over for months and yes, you are right, it's Black Widow, kicking off in a sort of way Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 4. This movie was released last Friday in theaters and on its streaming services Disney+. I'll have more breakdown on the movie next week, but for now, I'll let you enjoy this exciting episode of Black Widow, our number 1 box office movie for this week on Showbiz Tonight.
plan, or shall I just stay duck and cover?
My plan was to drive us away.
Well, your plan sucks. You're welcome.
Well, that's it on our first countdown show post-pandemic, I suppose, if I can call it post-pandemic. Showbiz Tonight will be back next week at 7:30. Thank you for taking the time to check out the movies and our show. I really appreciate it. Until I see you next time, be safe and good night.
Full price for each mistake. But when the candy coating hides the razor blade, you can cut yourself loose and use that rage. I wish someone would have told me that this darkness comes and goes. People will pretend, but maybe, girl, nobody knows. And even I can't teach you how